Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I am spiritual medium Kelly White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. And today is a very auspicious day, right? January 6th, 2022. And welcome. So I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Dee from Chicagoland. I missed you guys too. Hi, Ikok. I don't think I'm going to say that name right. Well, Cricket. Hi, Cricket. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Karen Bennett. Hi, Laura from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Must be a neighbor. Isn't it cold? I just have to say, uh, it's so cold here right now. Oh my gosh, I think it was 8 today, 8, and the wind chill was -8. You know, it's pretty cold, pretty freezing actually. But my dogs really love it. Hi, Lori Counts. She says hi to you, Renee, and hi, Gail. Hi, Penny. Hi, Dana. Hi, Lee. Good evening. Hi, Alyssa from Massachusetts. I love to see where everybody's from. Hi, Verna. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Joanne from Pennsylvania. Hi. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Another person from Wisconsin. Valerie. Hi there. Okay, so Kim Ann, it snowed 7 inches in Tennessee. Ooh, is that normal? Does it normally snow in Tennessee? I don't know. But hi, everybody. Wow. Well, how's everybody doing? It was quite a New Year's, huh? Did everybody have a safe? I guess that's what I'm asking now. Is everybody safe? I think that's a better question instead of how are you doing? Are you safe? I have more friends and clients and family with COVID right now than I've actually had. It was very interesting. Dawn and I went away to see our grandkids and our daughter in Texas. And I thought, well, we'll get in and we'll get out. And I was really nervous about going, but we got in and it was really great to see my grandbabies. I was just, COVID be damned. I was going to get there and see them. And it was great. It was fabulous. It was great to see them. They're so adorable and so bright and just so wonderful. And it was just great to be with my daughter and son in law. And it was just, we had a wonderful time. And then we left. And I thought, wow, this is great. We flew in and we flew out and we're safe and we're good. And um, it was a kind of I will tell you a funny thing that happened. Okay, so I am going to tell this. I know Don right now is like, oh no, don't go there, but I'm going there. I'm going to tell you what happened. We got to the airport in Madison, and if you haven't flown into Madison, it's a beautiful little airport. It's lovely. It's new. It's just lovely. And it was peaceful and quiet, and they had a beautiful roaring fire. And, we land at the airport, and it's so nice and quiet. And I said to Don, oh, this is so great. We got into Texas and out of Texas, and we're healthy. And it's so good to be home again. And oh, I feel so good. And right then at that exact moment, we were about ready to get into an elevator to get our car. And there was a man about 70 years old, and he rips off his mask and he starts screaming. I mean, like screaming like a friggin' toddler, screaming "F this and F that," and I'm not going to wear a mask. And he went off on some rant, and I got triggered. It triggered me. And I went down to a toddler and I started screaming, F you, F you. And he was screaming at me and I'm screaming at him. And it was so funny because I'm wearing a sweatshirt that my daughter gave me that said, it said Gigi. So I'm this crazy ass Gigi screaming at this guy and he's screaming at me. And anyway, he got in the elevator, he and his wife, Dawn and I walked to our car. We didn't take an elevator. My daughter said to me, did you and Dawn talk about that for like, the 2 hour drive home? And I said, no, didn't even mention it. It was the craziest. And I thought, wow, I know better. And the reason I'm telling you that story is it can happen to anybody. I got triggered. So I'm wondering if anybody else got triggered because we're headed into a triggering time. And I have to laugh. I have to do a lot of laughing about that because as soon as I got to the car, I was already calm by then. And I realized that actually this man reminded me of somebody that I'd grown up with that was really abusive. And I literally I got triggered. It can happen to anybody. So if it happens to you, let me know. I have to tell you, I told my sister what I did, and she said, "Felt good to rip on somebody, didn't it?" I said, kind of. But I know spiritually that was, I didn't get the lesson there, but I did get the lesson. I said to my guides, "Don't worry, I get the lesson here. I get that. I know better than that. I shouldn't do that." But anyway, it was pretty funny. Um, and then we got a text from the Wisconsin Board of Health. Actually, Don got it and said we had been exposed to COVID. I tell you, it was a rocky week. And we stayed home. And I think that both of us ended up with COVID on some form of it. Well, I think it was Omicron. And I was really out of it for a few days. And then now I'm doing just great. And Don and I both are doing great. But I think it is going to hit a lot of people. So that was my New Year's and that week after Christmas. And here we are now in this month of January. And January is really what I wanted to talk to everybody about because James and I had done a show on predictions about the year. And so you can go back to that show and watch what I feel about for the full year. But January is such an important month because it's a month of transitioning us to where we need to be. And that really means, and Renee and I were talking about this before the show, it's really the year of letting go of the old and stepping into the new. Because this month and this year, but particularly this month, will bring a lot of chaos and confusion. And even though we're going to be in a state of chaos and confusion an awful lot, you have to stay focused on what's important in your life. And this month is all about going inward to our with our personal planets. As I talked about it on the show on Monday, January of 2020 were the outer planets. The outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And the outer planets are where it's outside of our control. Now, in January of 2022, all these planets also in Capricorn, the same as in 2020. They are personal planets. So Mercury, Venus, and the Sun, and the Moon, and in Capricorn, and that makes us want to grow and change within us. So this is a period of time to start identifying what you want to do in your life. This is the time to do it. It's really going to bring us to our core of why we incarnated and why we chose to be born. And as I said in the prediction show, you have to all remember this. If you're listening, you're probably a light worker, and light workers come into this planet to heal humanity. And so you have to remember that because it's really, really going to be important because this year and this month in particular will be challenging on a lot of levels. And so as we get challenged, always bring yourself back to center of why you are here. Why did you decide to be born this time? I'm watching this show called 1883. Has anybody seen it? So good with Sam Elliott. It's so good. And if you watch it, you'll see they had it so rough in 1883 in the 1800s. Heck, go all the way back. This is positively easy here compared to what they had to go through. I really that's what my take on that show is. I watch it and I go, oh, thank God, I'd rather be here during this time, even though it's a lot of change and I know it's a intense time. It's a fabulous time to be alive now. It's a fabulous time because it's going to your soul is going to get to do what it came to do. Okay, so these are um, let's see. Wanda says, I have to read that. Wanda, I agree with you. So many people are getting COVID. That's right. Everybody I know, frankly. Good thing if you're vaccinated, you'll do really well. That's very true. I am vaccinated and boosted, and I actually did really well with this, but I wish this would end too. Everyone is so over this stress. Yes, it's very stressful, and sadly, we're not quite over it. Um, but it's an intense. Oh, people are telling me they love 1883, right? But can you imagine living during that time? I mean, all of us, most of us had lives during that period of time. So imagine how far we've come, right? This is amazing. In one of the scenes in 1883, the wife says, "One day there's going to be running water in a hotel." I mean, really made me think a lot about how grateful I am that we are here now. And even though this is a tough time, and this month, is going to push us some more. Um, on January 8th, the sun is going to be conjunct Venus. Now, what does that mean? Venus still in retrograde. So, anytime a planet is conjunct, it means next to. And the Sun Venus connection on January 8th, so that's what is that? It's Saturday, actually. That is going to actually get us some clarity. That day brings us some clarity into our life. What's going to be important to you? That's what you really want to look at. What's important to you? So maybe take this weekend to really think about where you are in your life and what you want to do with your life, because that day gets very clear on things. So that's going to be interesting. On January 11th, though, this is a day I want to talk about, and that is on Tuesday, January 11th. So, January 11th, Mars squares Neptune, and Mars is in Sagittarius. Mars is the planet of war, it's intense, and squaring is exactly what it sounds like when you square off with somebody. And it's going to square Neptune in Pisces. Now, Neptune is already the dreamy planet, and it already makes people kind of brings confusion to it. But when it's in Pisces, it gets things very confused. And so, I think by the time we get to about January 11th, that's where I think things get a little unclear, a little unfocused. This could bring people to on that day, particularly on that January 11th. You want to about may bring people that they're not thinking clearly. So that's going to be a very important day because you don't want to get bit in the ass on that one. You want to maybe not say much to anybody that day. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to say. Don't talk to anybody that day. That's going to be kind of a rough day. It's an intense day, and people be a little more paranoid and suspicious that day. So anyway, just want to mention that. And then a really important aspect that comes in is from January 12th to January 18th. And January 12th to the 18th, it's a very intense time. I know I use that word a lot, but that period brings intensity to the planet, to really everywhere on the planet. And it means Mars Gandanta. And when Mars, the planet of war, is Gandanta, and that's in Vedic astrology, it happens when a planet like Mars is on the last degree of a water sign and the first degree of a fire sign. And what does that mean? It means it will bring during that period, again, January 12th to the 18th, that brings a lot of emotional issues globally. And somebody had written me a question and asked me about earthquakes. There will be a lot of earthquakes, I believe, during that period of time because, and it will be all throughout the world. So I can't tell you exactly where an earthquake would be. I just feel that there are going to be a lot of them because it also brings natural disasters. It brings storms. It brings severe weather. So this is all we're headed into this period of time. It's a huge time for transitions and transformations of the planet, and then again of us. And so January is a heck of a month. A heck of a month. I'll just say that again. The other interesting thing, there's so many interesting things this month, but we have our first Mercury retrograde, and that's on January 14th. Now, that goes actually until February 2nd, but this year there will be 4 Mercury retrogrades. It's unusual. There's usually 3. But that's not the only unusual thing about this Mercury retrograde or any of them. Normally, Mercury will stay in one sign for the entire Mercury retrograde. But this time, for the whole year, each Mercury retrograde, each one starts in an air sign and then goes to an earth sign. So that even also that makes things confusing as well, because Mercury, the fastest moving planet, is all about communications and travel and movement, um, computers, all kinds of things, electricity. And in when it starts off on January 14th until the 25th of January, it is going to be in Aquarius. And Aquarius will be that period will be about trying to get into the future. Aquarius thinks about the future, and it's going to be a very confusing time. And then it goes into an Earth sign, so it goes from uh, an air sign to an Earth sign, making you have to pay a lot of attention to your banking. You have to pay a lot of attention to finances when it goes into that earth sign from an air sign. You have to pay a lot of attention. So if you have a business, you really want to keep your eye on your business and on your finances. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So it could bring a lot of change during that period too. And then on January 16th, the sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. Now, that's a very intense day, too. So you can see all these days. The reason I'm talking about them is this is a month of a lot of intensity. So you want to stay as focused as possible. You want to remember your mission. You want to remember why you incarnated. And you also want to still make the changes in your life and become who you're supposed to become in this life and do the work you want to do in this life. You still have to. I mean, there's always going to be shitstorms going on, and yet still you have to go through and make progress on why you incarnated, why you're here. So you still want to make progress. It's challenging. I'll just say January is challenging for a lot of things. But on January 16th, the sun conjuncts Pluto, and that's going to be an intense day of power struggle. So the sun is going to be putting light into Pluto, and Pluto is that hidden thing, that hidden planet. And so that might be make us all look at our shadow side, and everybody else's shadow side. So that's a very intense day, the 16th. And then when we get to January 17th, we have a full moon in Cancer. If things weren't intense enough, right? Cancer is the emotional sign. It's the sign of family. So this will be an interesting time because family will probably be involved with this. Um, and it's opposing Pluto again, opposing Pluto. So this could bring up again old family power struggles, old relationship power struggles. So here's what you want to do on the January 17th. It's funny now that I just put this together. Um, Betty White would have been 100 on that day. I think even she said, "Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's going to be a rough day. I think I'm going to leave now." Anyway, but that's a really good day to meditate. It's a really good day to, I think I wrote here, take a hot bath, cook a nice meal, relax. So that's, again, and this is only halfway through January. There's a lot going on here. Um, what Lori Count says, walk in detachment all through January. I love it. I love that. And I do say that, walk in detachment. I observe, but you're detached, but you observe with detachment. You observe with detachment. Oh, world's going crazy. I'll be darned. Okay. Think like that. Think like that. On January 18th, it's a very, very important astrological event happens. Now, this is January 18th, and the North Node enters Taurus and the South Node enters Scorpio. And the themes, and before that, it was in Sagittarius uh, and Gemini, or Gemini and Sagittarius. The themes now are going to go into from communication and movement and travel to themes like for the year and a half actually, of values, finances, possessions, and earth transformation. So this is another indication to us that the earth is going to change. We're going to change. There's going to be a lot of transformation on the planet. Okay. Also on January 18th, again, January 18th is a big day too. Every day's a big day. Every day's a big day. Oh my God. Um, I might have another tantrum again. On January 18th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. Now, Uranus is the planet of shock and surprise and new age. Um, and when it goes direct, I think that things that have been suppressed will start to come out. So it could be sudden and unexpected events. Again, we're talking January, probably into February and March, some big unexpected events that would occur. And then on January 20th, the sun enters Aquarius. And Aquarius, that I love about Aquarius is, and if you are an Aquarius, is the Aquarius always brings in a wider lens, things that maybe we hadn't thought of, new age things. They have a different way of viewing the world. I love their lens. It's a great lens, and it brings in a lot of power too. So Aquarius people are fascinating to me, actually. Oh my gosh, and there's so more. There's even more. January 24th, Mars enters Capricorn. And that actually, on January 24th, gives us a lot of, finally, we get some extra stamina, extra energy uh, that helps us continue through. So there will be times in this month that we will get extra energy and we'll feel better. And then there'll be times it'll be very confusing. It's one of those months. Okay. And then on January 29th, Venus, the planet of love, finally goes direct. It's been retrograde for some period, 40 days. And on January 29th, it goes direct. And that's going to help a lot in relationships. When that energy goes direct, things in relationships tend to go a little more smooth. Bethany Graves says January 18th is our 25th wedding anniversary. How should I interpret that? Well, go you. January 18th. So I would say this. How would I interpret that one? Do something fun. I bet you'll have some good surprises with that one, Bethany. Congratulations. 25 years is I think a very long time. So I do. I think congratulations on that one. Um, Michelle Marling Graham says, maybe that's why I'm so exhausted lately. Yes, these crazy days of January. I just need to meditate and stay positive. Absolutely. I think everybody is feeling the exhaustion, being worn out, the constant barrage of getting hit with something, COVID this, COVID that, COVID this. It's a lot. It's a lot. However, what are we learning here? Well, this is not 1878 or 1883, whatever it is. That's a blessing right there. Okay. Be grateful. We have running water. Be grateful. We have food. Be grateful. We have a body. We can do things. We can think clearly. And we're here to make progress in ourselves and to help others in this lifetime. We're all going to do that. We're all going to do that. And this is such a great month though to begin a new life, begin something that you wanted to do in your life. I know I wanted to answer this question, and this was from Tippy Landis. And Tippy, I wanted to say something to you. I know you said to me that you're a 65-year-old widow, and your birthday is January 12th. So your birthday falls right into this. This is actually a great time. If you're born in January, this is a heck of a time to set your intention and plan what you want to do. And in for you, Tibby, I want to say this. You are a one this year in numerology, and a one means a new beginning. Okay, a one means a new beginning. And so that it's a good thing. You can definitely get another job or another career. 65 is nothing. That's nothing. It's really where a lot of us even start off. So it's okay. Yeah, just pull up your sleeves and time to dig in. That is it. Absolutely. It is absolutely. Um, let's see. It's not the year 1883. Be grateful. Yes, we are here to make progress and help others. Begin something you wanted to do in your life. Thank you for that, Gemma. That's exactly what I said, and I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Because this is why we're here. I mean, my goodness. And I wanted to talk to you about something which I love. Debbie Wozniak. Hi, Debbie in Alaska. I love you and your family. You guys are terrific. So we were talking today about seeing multiple numbers. So let's talk about signs in the universe, because signs in the universe, whenever we see them, a lot of people may not recognize it's a sign. So I'm going to give you uh, I'm going to tell you how to do this. Let's say all of a sudden you start seeing numbers. I mean, pay attention. Let's say you start seeing 333. All of a sudden, every time you turn around, like for me, I'm constantly seeing 22, the number 22. And I know that that's a sign for me. And here's the sign: 22, as this is the year 2022. 22 means to really destroy and to rebuild. And a 22 is a builder. So this year is the time to build your life. Build your life. Take the energy. Get through the haze of everything. And there'll be some haze thrown. So what? It's not like we haven't seen haze before. And you have to build your life. You have to make big choices and then take action and do it. Because this is a year that things will happen. You can build an incredible life this year. Partnering up. It's a great year if you want to partner with somebody. It's a great year for that. It's a great year for starting a new job. And it's also a great year for having a baby. Okay, it sounds like a funny thing, but I know a lot of people have been wanting to get pregnant and they couldn't. This is a really good year for that. There are a lot of souls that want to come in and bring light here. Okay. And Steve Kanicki, your birthday is January 22nd. It's a powerful time, January 22nd. Anybody born on anybody who was born on a 22, this whole for the year is pretty cool. But January 22nd and February 22nd is also a big one. But five of diamonds. So January 22nd for you during this period of time. Let me think for a second. It's a 5 and a 6. It's an 11 for you. It's an 11, Steve, this year for you. So an 11, is that right? Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. Wow. 11 is the teacher. 11 means I've come to learn my lessons. And everything, let's say you've had, well, who hasn't had some difficult times in their life? Use those as your greatest gifts. So you can help others with those. Okay. So, and I know January 22nd is not an easy birth date, and I know that's not an easy life path, but you're here to help others. And as an 11, you certainly will do that. Cat feathers, I'm going to tell you this. Your birthday is 8/17. So I'm going to look at the 8/17 right now. And 8/17 is a 9 of clubs. And if we add, hold on a second, 8 and 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh my gosh. And you're a 22 this year, Kat. You were a 22. Now, how did I get that? The year is, if we add 2 plus 22, the year 2022 is a 6. And if you add 6 plus 8 here, and 8 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to 22. Go you, Kat. 22 is the builder. If you don't step in and build your life this year and add to it and build it and make it what you want, come on, the universe is giving you a ton of energy to do that. Shauna's Hoskins, her birthday is 11/22/22. Lord, that's a powerful day this year. What a powerful birthday you're going to have. Wow. That's amazing. 11/22. So 11/22 is a jack of hearts. And with all those twos coming in, you really are here to help. I'm going to say this. You came in, Shauna, to do a lot of sacrifice in your life. There was a lot of sacrifice here that you would have had to do for your life, your life purposes. Just one, you got to get a slash, our sash that just says sacrifice. It's a big one. You got to have a good sense of humor here on this dimension. And that's a big one that you took on. This is going to be a powerful year for you. Oh, Steve, you are a teacher. Great. Well, you'll be doing even more of that this year, even more of you this time. So Maureen Myers-Webb says, I see 11/11 all the time and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Those are great. So 11/11 is a beginning, new beginning. 11/11 was the number that was like programmed into all of our systems before we incarnated to wake up during this time. So if you're seeing 111 or 11/11, you look at the clock and, oh, it's 11/11. That's a time that means you're here to start something new too. 11s mean to start something new, 11, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4 is, I'm going to say it like this: get your ducks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, let's keep going. Go, don't stop. So these are the kind of signs that you can see out in the universe. Universes constantly show us signs. If you look out your window, like today, I was doing a reading for somebody, and I saw this beautiful, blue jay actually, and I knew it was a message for her. So look for, if you see some unusual bird, look it up. We have these they're woodpeckers, but we have, what are they called? Red belly woodpeckers. And they, it turns out that they're very rare and they are amazing to watch. So it's really fun to do that. So anyway, look for signs for the universe. And how you tell what year it is for you is you take, as I said, it's a 6 year. So my birthday is September 20th, so that's 9 plus 2, right? That's an 11. And then I add 6 to it because the year 2022 is a 6. So 6, 9, 10, 11, 11, 8. It's an 8 year for me. That's a good year. That's a power year. So, okay. So Cheryl Marth says, what can I expect this year? Your birthday is August 16th. So August 16th is a 10 of clubs. And August 16th is a 7 and an 8 is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. It's a 3 year for you. And I would say 10 of clubs comes in to do something magical in the world. They want to do something, teach, sing, do music, do art, create. They have a brain that is the most creative. So I'm going to say this for you: create. Make sure you're creating. Okay. Um, Tammy Lynn Moynihan. So, okay, hold on. Before I even get to you, Tammy. So, Anne Margaret, I'll say that again. You take your birth date. So, let's say your birth date is June 28. Let's just say your birthday is June 28. So, you would add 6 plus 2 plus 8, and then you'd add a 6 to it. Okay. And because the year is 2022, that equals a 6. So, that tells you what kind of year you're going to have in numerology. So, I hope that helps. Um, but hopefully that will help here. So, and then, oh, and then Margaret, I do want to answer a question for you too before I go in any further. I really wanted to talk to you about this, and I talk to everybody about this. If this is a period of time with this Venus retrograde, anytime there's a retrograde, people can come back into your life. In a Venus retrograde, it often means old relationships that perhaps didn't work out try to come back in for either healing or letting go or something. And then I know in your case, Anne Margaret, that you left me a message and said that your sister had come back and you hadn't talked to your sister in 11. That's another interesting number, 11 years. Because she was not, she had no empathy, she had been abusive. And what happens when you have somebody in your life that's abusive, a family member, and they want to come back? That's a very tough one. And that's something that this year will bring up. So it would be unresolved issues that would probably, on some level, I mean, I'm sure you get a stomach ache even thinking about it. That, but I'm wondering if you really set the intention for observing it with without with detaching, observing it with detachment. I'm wondering if you could practice that, Anne Margaret. That might be an extraordinary experience for you. So that the call might, that the response might be, "Oh, hello, how are you?" Da, ba, 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 and then observe it without getting too sucked in. It will be an extraordinary experience for you to try to do that. I've been on that side of the coin many a time. It's a place for your soul to grow. You don't have to do it, but it might be a thing to do, just to observe it. I think that's how we all grow. And then you can set another boundary again and say, all right, no, I've observed it. She's not really where she could be. It's too much for me, and I'm not going to do it. But honor yourself with that. Honor yourself. It's always interesting, isn't it? When we get experiences to use a different lens, maybe use the lens of the kind of trauma she was in, view it that way. Okay, that's a way to do it. I'm always constantly changing lenses, constantly. Let's see, so many. What about July 4th? Is that your birthday, Julie West? July 4th? July 4th is a good, we, that is an interesting day, isn't it? In fact, let me think for a minute. 11, 6, 7, 8. So for the United States, it's an 8 year. That's a power year. That's a power year. And July 4th is a Jack of Diamonds, which always brings all kinds of energy up and out. And I think July is going to be an intense month this year too. July, August, September. I think they're all going to be intense. Sorry, I had to throw that in. Um, Frank Sullivan. Wait, hold on a second. Kathy Stevenson, 225. So 225, February 25th, is a king of clubs. Oh my gosh. So female name, think like a male. King of clubs comes in to write, run a business, teach, um, think. They're great inventors. They can run corporations. It's a very powerful year for you. For February 25th, 7, 8, 9, and it's a 6 year, I believe, if I did that right. I did it fast, but I think it's a 6 year. Six means balance. So anybody that's a 6 year this year, gonna be looking for balance, may not find it, but it might be interesting. So Frank Sullivan, 11/7. Can I tell you anything? So, okay, 11/7, November 7 is also a king of clubs. Okay, so you're a male that thinks like a male, probably wildly creative. There's probably nothing that you can't figure out. Usually they're great writers. Again, I go into communications. Do you run a business? If you built something, and there's something here about that that's really important here. And let's see, 6, 4, 5, 6. A 6 year again for you too. Interesting. So balance and start something new. If you're ready to start something new, this is a great time period for that. It just is. Okay, Akaika cricket. I have been seeing lots of butterflies. We did have lots of rain, and I think the drought is over. Blessings. Okay, butterflies mean transformation. Butterflies are great. Butterflies are so wonderful, honey. That's a great sign. And to notice them, read all about butterfly totems because they're just the best. So, Kim Ann says, a week ago, I had a mockingbird on my porch. It's not unusual, but it was 8 p.m. and birds are not normally out at night unless it's an owl. You're right. They're really not out at night. That is unusual. Maybe it was an owl. Owl is the female psychic. It's the female psychic. So I would use that as a totem that your psychic abilities are kicking in and they're trying to get your attention. That's very, very good, actually. Okay, Lena Bean, what can I expect this year? My birthday is August 4th. So August 4th is a nine of diamonds. Nine of diamonds comes in to complete um, a soul period of time to do completions in their life. And it's always about values. And so let's see. So six, not, you're a nine this year, and a nine would be to come to complete. So that's very good. That's very good. Okay, Lori Kimmel says, I've said it before on here that 11/11 brings me painful news. I'm sorry, Lori, that it brings you painful news. I'm sorry about that. Um, Sometimes it just brings a new beginning, and maybe view it as something that you've learned, something that you have to learn or learning. You know, I know that, listen, this dimension is not easy, right? It's just not easy. I'm sure I teach a class over there going, look, you guys, you got to be tough. It's rough out there. And it feels so good on the other side. You're like, yeah, 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 okay. But it's when you're in it, especially when you're in the middle of a challenging situation, you know, it's not easy. This place is not easy. Okay, so Kathy Hushtrasser, October 31st, a Halloween girl. Okay, that's a four of hearts. And a four of hearts is it's usually about family and wanting the family to be together. And usually their family is is nuts and trying to bring the family together. But 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're an 11 this year. So that'll be a great year for you to change and to grow and to have all kinds of great lessons out there. If we can put the spin on, I'm the original spinner, everything is going to be okay because our souls eventually, we go back to the other side. And I always remind people of this: when we go back to the other side, we want to be able to say, I did everything I could. I did everything I could. That's what you want to say. Okay, you want to do that. Okay, Amy Van Zost, can I pull a card for you? Yes, I am right here, Amy. And these are James's card, which I love, messages from the guides. So I love working with spirit guides. Um, I'm teaching a class with spirit guides on January 12th, but I think it's already sold out with Jen Weigel, which is really fun. So I love spirit guides. I love talking about them, and I love working with them. These are spirit guide cards. I'm going to pull one for you. Okay, Amy, are you ready for this? It's what I've been saying. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. So, whatever's going on in your life, stay focused on the positive. Okay. And I think that's a message for everybody. I think it's just a message for everybody. Okay, Sandra Stewart, am I an 11? So you are 3. Your birthday is March 2nd, which is a 5, and the year 2022 is a 6. You are a perfect 11. Yes. You are a perfect 11, Sandra. So an 11, it comes in when somebody is an 11 for the year, it means there'll be big lessons. The master numbers are 11, 22, and 33. So we already know we're in a 22 year because it's 2022. Even though we're calling it a 6 year, I cannot break down that 22. I just can't. And so we'll all be learning a lot this year. But the beauty of a 22 is that it's about building. So build your future, build what you want your life to look like. That is the time. And as an 11, you'll be getting the added bonuses of a lot of situations that will come up that you'll have to make choices. Do I go this way? Do I go this way? And that's really with an 11, what happens? They have to make a lot of choices. Maybe old people come into your life. Maybe you need to find a new job. Maybe the relationship isn't working. It's some type of time to grow your soul bigger, to have more, to get your soul to learn a lot. So I think it's a blessing time, frankly. Okay, if that makes sense. Kim Jones Gant. Okay, why March 19th? I think you mean what about March 19th? March 19th is a 4 of diamonds. So 4 of diamonds is all about, I call them Ford trucks. They're the ones that get things done. They usually get very spiritual second half of their life. Usually they're so busy with work. They're often workaholics. Are you a workaholic, Kim? It wouldn't surprise me. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're a 10 for the year, or at 1, actually. We'll reduce that. And this is a year of new beginnings for you. So how great is that? It's a perfect time to begin everything. Carmen Swick, your birthday is 6/23, and 6/23, June 23rd, is a 7 of clubs. All sevens are about spirituality. A 7 of clubs has to do one important thing, and that is not have negative thoughts. Okay, remember I'm saying that, Carmen. No negative thoughts. That's what you've come into work on to get very spiritual in this lifetime. And how does one do that? They have faith. They let go of negative self-talk. So that's a big one right there. Okay, Melania Stan. I feel like some people bring me a bad luck. Why some people have this negative energy around them. So here's what I say about that. When you may be empathic and feel somebody's energy. And if you're empath, that means you're sensitive to energy. And as soon as I see somebody with, I don't know, negative energy or down energy, it's over, game over. I won't participate at all. I put a strong boundary on that one. So I don't know if people bring you bad luck or if you don't put the boundaries in place so you don't let them into your sphere, to your atmosphere. A lot of people are just negative, a lot of people are negative. And the people that are negative will continue on this junction around and around in a lot of lifetimes until they stop, until they learn what they need to learn, frankly. I can't stand negativity. I can't stand it. It drives me insane. That's a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve of mine is negativity. I'm like, whoa, oh, I can't stand it. Um, did I make a point? Okay, Pam Bellwood. Your birthday is February 1st. Wow. Now, February 1st is a really powerful day this year, also. We'll talk about that when we get to February, but February 1st, very powerful day. And it's a Jack of Spades. And Jack of Spades, it comes to be spiritual no matter what. They're very old souls. So, Pam, I know you're a very, very old soul here. Anybody that was born the first 12 or 13 days, really 13 days of January, and about the first 10 days of February, very, very old souls here and come in with a deep purpose. And you came in with a deep purpose. And yes, it's a 9 year for you because you were born on February 1st. So that's a 3 plus 6 is a 9. A 9 year means to complete something. So in your case, for the nines out there for the year, you may be here because um, you may be completing something that you had already started. So you want to complete them and then you're going to build again. Okay. You're going to keep going and building again. Because Jack of Spades, you come in to help the world. You just do. You come in to help the world. So good for you. It's going to be a big year for you. Big year. Okay. Let's see here. Um, Okay, Heather in North Carolina. Yes, it's your birthday is March 20th, and that is definitely March 20th is a 3 of diamonds, not the easiest placement. 3 of diamonds is one of the most challenging uh, placements. 3 of diamonds, challenging, and it is an 11 year for you. So 11. So this year you'll be challenged with all kinds of things probably, but it's all about learning. Anytime there's an 11 anywhere, it's about learning. So what am I learning? So let's reframe everything to what am I learning? Okay. So Terry Emery, my hip surgery should have been today. Wow. But postponed for a second time. I understand that due to COVID. Maybe so you had COVID. Um, or maybe the surgery is postponed probably because of COVID. Maybe it's a good thing. Absolutely. If you don't have to have surgery right now, it's probably a better thing if you don't have to right now. So, and your birthday is 4/29, April 29, and April 29 is a 5 of clubs. Always some of my favorite people, 5 of clubs. And the fives touch a lot of lives, and 5 of clubs need a lot of freedom. They need a lot of freedom. So you need your hips done so you can get around because 5 of clubs they have to get around. But and let's see, for the year, 5, 6, you're 3 for the year, and that'll make things very creative for you. Be a creative year. Yeah, everybody should tap into um, their creativity. Who's Anne Margaret? Whose birthday was January 11th? Is that your sister's you're talking about? If it is, that's a big one. January 11th. That's a big one, and that's a 3 of spades day. But that's a big one too. Very powerfully karmic day. So Amy Augustine, she's also August 16th, and she likes to make things. Good. Well, that's a very creative date, August 16th. August 16th is a 10 of clubs. Yeah, very, very creative. Very creative. I love it. So that's good. Okay, so Carrie Cavado. Hello, Kelly. Do you break down an 11 year? No, you do not. So your birthday is 8/24. So let's see, 6 and 8 is 14, 5 and 11. Yeah, it's an 11 year for you. Wow. Yeah, you don't break that down. Mm-mm. You don't. Instead, you look at wonder of, oh, what's the next thing that's I'm going to learn on the hit parade? That's the best way to view life in general and have some fun along the way too. I mean, definitely have some fun because I know this place isn't not easy. Um, so Julianne Rank Price said I scheduled an airboat ride. Oh wow, I don't know what an airboat is. Is that like a I have no idea. Somebody would have to explain that to me. On January 11th. Well, here's what I say. Whee! Have fun. Okay. Chrissy Hayden, April 9th. So April 9 is a queen of diamonds. So a queen of diamonds worries too much. So I want to tell you this, Chrissy, not to worry. And I'm going to get you a card. Okay, Chrissy, I'm going to get you a card because from your guides, because that brings in some worry there, honey. And I don't want you to worry. I just don't. Oh, I love this. Okay, you're going to love this card for you, Chrissy. Abundance is your right. So if you had been worried about not having enough, it's your right. It's your right. I love that. I love these cards. I think that's so great. Let me see if I can say this right. Braziliana Souza. That's a great name. Hi, Kelly. Annalisa from UK. Anything for me? December 26th. Okay. December 26th. That was a powerful year that we just had, December 26th. Very powerful day, actually. And that's a Five of Hearts. Five of Hearts comes in to deal with emotions. They're the younger souls that are born the last week or so in December. Um, Not baby souls, but younger souls, because they often come in to deal with emotions. And a Five of Hearts signed up for, emotions 101 for their class. So that means that in this life, you'll have a lot of emotional situations that you'll have to figure out along the way. And December, let me see, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's an 8 year for you, so it's a powerful year. So that's a good thing. Okay, Melinda Talbert, I'm going to pull a card for you, and you are 826, and I'm going to get a card for you from your guides. Trust your intuition. So a lot of guides will tell me that with people. They'll say, tell them they should trust themselves. Trust your intuition. And I often get this, I can't hear my guides. I can't hear them. They're not out there blabbing around to you. If you think I hear it that way, I don't. I get very still and I might get a message or I might get a signal or I might get something and I'll say, "Oh, I know it's from my guide." So that's a more mature place to view it, okay? Everybody. Yesterday, Kim Ann says one of the largest powerful Powerball jackpots took place. I saw that there were two winners. Nope, it wasn't me. I'm wondering if there are cosmic happenings that would have brought this jackpot on. Yes, great question. Yes, a lot of cosmic happenings. It's interesting. I saw that one winner was in California and one was in Wisconsin. The irony was not lost on me. I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life, but what I do know about that is if they signed up to win that on the other side. They would have signed up. Now, why? I don't know what all the lessons are, but when you win that kind of money, there are huge lessons that go with it. Are you going to give a lot of it away? Are you going to help others? What are you going to do? So it's a real interesting, um, from a spiritual perspective on that side, watching, I wonder what they're going to do. Let's see. Let's see their free will here. They're big talkers on that side, but let's see what happens here. See, it's interesting. Once we get into density, a lot of things change. So, okay. Heather in North Carolina says, I've had different challenges my whole life, different situations, different people. Think I could pull a card for you? Yes, I will, honey. I bet you have had someone. And it says, I don't know what this is about. Never seen this card. So hopefully this will make sense to you. Understand your body. So it's mind, body, and soul, if I can bring it to that. And I don't know if you need to pay attention to your body now. I'm not sure what that means to you. Maybe you'll understand that, but understand well, specifically to your body. Understand it. Are you a doctor, honey? That's an interesting card. Never seen that one before. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, so Lori Kimmel says, my younger brother and I share a birthday. Is that a coincidence? That's a fascination. That's fascinating that you both were like, no, I'm coming in that day. No, I'm coming in that day. Do you get along? I wonder what that day is. I'd love to. You have to let me know what the day is, Lori. Is that a coincidence? No. You all planned that, as they say. You all planned that one. That is an amazing one, I think. It's fascinating. It means something. It's very significant. It's not a random ass thing. That really means something. And I have to answer this question too. And this was from Melissa Rogers. Melissa, I wanted to answer your question. She said, um, that her birthday is 4/11 and her daughter's is 5/9. And she said I wanted a reading for the two of them. And here's the reading. Fascinating to me when I saw this. You're both 10 of diamonds. Now 10 of diamonds for a mother and for a daughter to both be the same, it's unusual. Extremely unusual. It means blessings for each of you. And also it means this 10 of diamonds has to do their own work. So I'm going to say this for the two of you, especially you, mom. You have to give your daughter her space. The life is going to be about, oh, look, I'm learning this and you're learning this. Okay. It's very interesting here. I thought that was fascinating to have two different birthdays, but the same card. And the same thing with Lori, the same thing. Is it a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. No such thing. It's we're all okay. Sue Lopman says my siblings and I were all born in the same week. Get out. What were your parents doing on that 9 months before? That is amazing. That's really unusual. Really unusual. I think that's so. Hey, Debbie, you're so welcome. I just think that's fascinating. Okay, Sue Lopman, and your birthday is February 5th. So February 5th is a seven of spades. Oh yeah, that's right. Not an easy one either. Not an easy one. You have to take a real deep spiritual life here. Yeah, you're born to the deep end of it, and you have to take a very deep spiritual life. And this year for you is a 4 year, and that will bring a lot of security to you. Fours bring security. Okay. So Lori Kimmel, both my parents and my sister-in-law's dad were born on 8/7. What are the chances of three in-laws being born the exact same day? I, I don't even know what to say. What kind of a soul group is that? It's fascinating. Your parents and your sister-in-law's dad, both your parents married each other and they were on the same day, and you and your brother were born on the same day? Whoa, were all the days taken? How's that possible? I don't even know what to say, but I have to well, hold on a second because I have to think about that. 8/7, 8/7, August 7th. That's a six of diamonds. So there was a lot of financial duty. Six of diamonds is all about financial payback, financial karmic balance. So I know that money is important in that one. Okay. For all of them. It's very karmic. Fascinating. Beyond wild dates tonight, right, Charlene? It is funny, right? Um, anyway, everybody. So let me tell you about Monday's show with James. We haven't posted it yet, but we're going to be talking about Edward Casey. How cool is that? Monday's show with James Van Prague is going to be about Edward Casey. And here I have to tell you about this too. I didn't forget I was saving the best for last. So, my dear friend Liz Perez wrote a book called Peacefully Co-Creating, Live with Intention. You can find this on Amazon by Lizette Perez. It is the coolest book. Oh my gosh. It's 90 days of aligning yourself with your purpose. And she's got amazing information about this, about setting intentions, your journal, meditation, your foods, your being mindful with your body, being reflections. She's got great quotes in it. I mean, talk about a powerful book, a 30-day reflection, a 26-day reflection, a 90-day reflection. This is an extraordinary book, and I'm loving every day that I'm doing this. So everybody should, if you please check out her book, Live with Intention, Purposefully Co-Creating by Lizette Perez. You can find it on Amazon. It's a great book and it makes a great gift. And it's a great way to keep a record of yourself and be mindful. It keeps you mindful. And what we need this month is a lot of mindfulness, a lot of meditation. Don't be afraid to go out and start something now. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time. This is a year to go get it. I'm going to get a card for all of us, and then I'm going to go. It is, oh, this is for all of us. Never judge another. That's the truth. That's the truth. We've all done it, but never judge another. You never know where somebody's been in their trauma. You know, be gentle, be kind to everybody. And the name of the cards, oh, I was using the James Van Prague messages from the guides, which I love. So anyway, take care, everybody. Much love to everybody. Thanks, Renee. See you on Monday.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.